Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Cavanaugh's Corner. Today on the show, I'm going to be continuing my little Disney bend that I went on last week, and I'm actually, to be honest with you, even though The Little Mermaid was a big surprise in terms of animated films on 4K, I was really excited to bring this one to you. This is one that I've been waiting for a while. A big movie of my childhood. I remember going to see this in the theaters with my mom, sitting on her lap watching this film in the movie theater because the theater was so packed I didn't have a seat for myself. So I sat in her lap, and that is The Lion King on 4K from Disney. This is just a massive release from Disney. I was really happy they put this baby out. This is an incredible disc, and I was very impressed with this. Yet again, I had my reservations going into The Little Mermaid, thinking, it's an animated movie. How good could it be? And honestly, The Little Mermaid, no pun intended, blew me out of the water. And this did the same. This was just as good, if not better. The Lion King is, again, one of these Disney movies that has its own legend. I mean, this is a huge film. I remember how giant of a hit this movie was, along with its soundtrack and Elton John's songs and stuff. This was a huge release, and this new 4K is another big one. I was very impressed with this disc. Again, I'm not going to be talking about the movie. I'm just going to be talking about the 4K disc and the special features and things like that, as I always do. This movie here comes to us via Disney, obviously, as does The Little Mermaid. And I gotta say, the HDR in this, yet again, it's just HDR10, no Dolby Vision, but the HDR10 in this is amazing. The picture clarity we get out of this disc brings the movie to a whole other level. I was very impressed with this disc. Yet again, just like with The Little Mermaid, it is an animated film. Duh. And I have to say, this one here really surprised me with how vivid the colors are in this film. And again, this is another movie that I've seen 6 ways from Sunday. I remember seeing it on VHS, had it on DVD, had it on Blu-ray. Now I have it on 4K. I even had it on 3D Blu-ray, which was really interesting to see the film in 3D. But this one here is the standout. The movie looks like you are literally viewing it on a movieola in the animator studio. You are just sitting there watching this thing come to life. And even more so than The Little Mermaid, little details in this film are so clear and vivid now. Vivid is really the word I'm going to be using a lot when it comes to this review. I was very much surprised. This movie looks perfect. I have no other way to sum it up. The movie looks perfect. It looks like it just came off of an animator's table and it's right in front of us. It is absolutely stupendous. Every single little detail, hairs in lions' manes, the hyena's teeth, the stuff coming out of their mouth, Scar, his eye color. I'm talking about every little thing just jumps out at you. The color of Nala's tongue as she's drinking water. It is just a beautiful image all throughout the film. The movie also uses HDR pretty much perfectly, and the high dynamic range color palette that this movie has now is so beautiful to look at. The I Just Can't Wait to Be King musical sequence is really the ultimate standout in this film. All the different animals and all their different colors. Every little thing is just animated to perfection, and it really shows that they gave this 4K a lot of love when they were remastering this thing. Very impressed with this disc in terms of image quality. Just like The Little Mermaid, this also has a new Dolby Atmos track that honestly, to me, sounded better than The Little Mermaid. You definitely get a lot more deeper, you get a lot more bass in this. There's definitely a lot more drum in this movie because of the settings. Obviously, you get getting in touch with those African rhythms. They're really well done on the soundtrack. The musical scenes are just perfect sounding. You really get a sense of every little instrument in a song. You can hear it on the soundtrack. Sound effects are dead on. The lion roars are just really, really spine-tingling. Little sound effects, the punches, little things like the paw swaps, I should say. Those paw swats are just really, really awesome sounding. One scene that I thought was very impressive was Scar's Be Prepared song, where these green and red kind of like geysers shoot up from out of the earth. And the colors and the sounds and everything really, really immerse you into the film. And I was very, very impressed by that. And really, I mean, I was impressed by the whole damn disc, to be honest with you. But the music and the way they did that Dolby Atmos track really, really puts you right in the middle of the film. And yet again, just like The Little Mermaid, I've seen this movie so many times. It's kind of crazy. But watching this on 4K was really like watching this movie all over again. The emotions came right out of me. Of course, that infamous scene with Simba and Mufasa, that death scene is just so heartbreaking. And, you know, that whole stampede sequence is another one where you can hear that stampede coming from the distance. And when they're in the middle of it, it's all around you, it's above you, it's beside you. It's really, really well done. I was very impressed with it. The Blu-ray also has some, the standard Blu-ray, I should say, also has some really interesting special features. They showed in the recording studio how they did the voiceovers. You can see these actors and actresses getting into the parts, and it was cool to see them doing that. I got a kick out of how much James Earl Jones was speaking with his hands as he was voicing Mufasa. Jeremy Irons getting into that singing, man. He's standing up in the recording studio singing that song. Really wild stuff to see. Things you'd never, ever expect to see in a million years, but really cool to see these actors and actresses really getting into these parts, and it shows. Their voice acting in this film is incredible. Really, all the voice actors in this. Whoopi Goldberg as well, and Cheech Marin. He is awesome. I love Cheech. He's great in this. They really did a great job with this disc. I mean, again, it comes with a digital copy as well. So for the money that they're asking, this is around $25-$30. It's worth every penny. Yet again, I have to recommend this. It is a must-buy for Disney fans, and if you enjoyed this movie, it's never going to get any better. It looks like this thing could have been made yesterday. Absolutely stunning picture and sound. I was very, very impressed with The Lion King on 4K Blu-ray. Go pick it up, really, seriously. Especially if you've got a home theater and your kids want to watch it, this is the best way to do it. This is a phenomenal, phenomenal 4K release from Disney, especially for an animated film. Absolutely incredible. Anyway, I'm Andrew Cavanaugh. Thank you for coming back to Cavanaugh's Corner. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you later. Take it easy.